We'll wait for, we're waiting for students to get back, and then you will continue with your sessions. Vamos a tomar un break bien rápido de 5 minutos mientras que los estudiantes regresan. Después vamos a seguir con sus...
Ladies, bathroom out that door and to the left, and men's bathroom out this way.
Baños de las mujeres para este lado, a la derecha, women's restroom to the right, men's restroom to the left, baños de hombres a la izquierda.
Shall we about to take a break?
That's when I think that we're
My dad has this in a bag. Guys, my dad has this in the bag.
Looking at it.
Far away.
Yes, sir.
You got this.
Oh, no.
the way the phone was the moment you put something down, like, oh, there's something in this.
He has this. You should know that I'm posting this on YouTube and I'm sending it to you. So you try your best so me and you don't get embarrassed in front of YouTube. Alright. About to do a transition. Boom. Alright, chat, we got this in the bag. Well, at least my dad does. Hope he does great. Let's do this. About to do another transition. I'm sorry, guys. I accidentally did that. I'm sitting in my father's seat, chat. This is number 1. My seat is number 2. As you can see, 2. Wait, I didn't even know my flash was on. What the? I didn't even know my flash was on, chat. Let's turn it off. Okay, is my flash on now? As you can see, no, it's not. Alright, chat, I'm gonna do another transition, and this is gonna be so long. I'm gonna wait until my dad does it.
This is the last group coming on in. Moving right along, everybody. We're right on time today. Also, as you're coming in and getting seated, lunch has arrived. I know, food, lunch, yes. Lunch has arrived. We'll be eating here shortly. We have a little more information to give you all, great information, some exciting information. Getting involved on campus. Maybe something that some of you were eager to learn about, clubs and organizations, some of our support programs here on campus. I'm going to give you a little information about that now.
I can see my dad.
Again, group advising will happen in B1006 today. We'll give you more directives about that as we near the end of orientation. All right, clap real loud if you enjoyed the campus tour. What I would advise that you do though is come back on your own time, especially if you are already registered for classes, and find your class, or your classes, I should say. Remember, every building has a letter, okay? So that's essentially how you read your schedule, okay? If you have a class that reads C-132, you will go to the C building, the first number is the floor you need to be on, and then go ahead and find the classroom, okay? So, Eastfield is a self-guided campus when you're touring. You can tour again on your own if you'd like. After orientation ends, if you want to walk around campus some more, please feel free to do that. And then again, start trying to locate your classes. Why not? You're already here, okay? That'd be great for you to do today. It's hot out there, huh? Woo, y'all fans. Where the fans at? Okay, so without further ado, I'd like to introduce some amazing staff, again, from our Office of Student Life, Student Engagement Support Program to give you information about life outside the classroom. Martell and Leslie. And you see how fun they are? I can't even pass the mic off.
Hey, how y'all doing today?
Good.
Oh, no, that isn't enough. How y'all doing today?
Good.
That's what I like to hear. Thank you. Again, my name is Martell Williams. I am a student engagement coordinator here at Eastfield, as well as the lead for the Student Leadership Institute. Along with me, we do have Ms. Leslie Walker. She's a student engagement coordinator as well, and a space member. And then we have the manager for the fitness center, JC. Right? And then we do have two support programs that we have KC from MAP, and then we have Ms. Kara from Hand in Hand. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started with our presentation, which is life outside the classroom. All right, so some starting points that we're going to kind of start with, right? So we did bring prizes, right? So we're going to ask some questions. We're going to call on random people to answer the question. If you raise your hand, we're definitely going to call on you. And then depending on what the answer is, we will hand you out a shirt, all right? So what were some things that you were involved in high school, right? What are some hobbies that you had in high school? What are some hobbies that you currently have going on right now? And what is something you want to learn, right? So we'll give you a couple minutes to think about those questions, think about your answers. If I had the Wheel of Fortune sound, I would play it. You know what? Jeopardy! I got my games mixed up. Yeah, right. I got them mixed up. All right. Do we got anybody for what were you involved in high school? Yes.
National Honor Society.
National Honor Society. Yeah, you gotta get chosen for that. Absolutely. Anybody else? Yes. Say it again. Art club. So we do have an art club here at Dallas County. We do have a art club here. All right. And then next, so what were some of your hobbies in high school or maybe currently right now up there? You got to talk about. I got tonight. Marching band. What instrument?
Clarinet and saxophone.
Ooh.
What's your name, sir?
You. Choir. You can sing? You la 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 la. No? Me. No? You retired?
Try he cannot sing just
And what is something that you're wanting to learn while you're here at Dallas College? Anybody? Something that you want to learn? Oh, nobody want to learn anything. Okay. Another language. Which language in specific? Japanese.
I knew
Awesome.
someone has to see that.
Anybody learn how to make money? No?
No?
Are you sure? Nah.
All right, so the power of engagement, right? So students that get involved in campus activities are more likely to be academically successful. Is that true or false?
True.
That's very, very true, right? So that's why we're up here. So we're the Office of Student Life and Engagement, as well as with connection to the fitness center and support programs. And what we do in our office is definitely where the fun starts and where it ends, right? So we do have a game room that's connected to our office, which is in B1100. So we have a pool table, foosball, basketball, air hockey. We have game systems. And so if you want to go in there, chill out with your friends, you can definitely do that. We do have conference rooms as well if you want to get away from some of the chaos that happens here on campus, right? And so now we're going to talk about the 3 C's, all right, which is community, connection, and culture, right? So please keep these in the back of your mind because there's going to be questions at the end of this presentation that's going to really rephrase this back to you. So why CCC matters, right? So it is a stepping stone to a personal growth and success. Future success starts now, right? So you're able to build skills, gain experience, and then you want to make those connections early on, right? And how you support, or how CCC supports you is by developing those professional skills. You're able to grow your network, and then you're able to create opportunities for life after graduation, right? Next. All right, and then I'm gonna pass it on to JC. Go ahead, man.
So y'all know this is my space partner.
Yeah, so if anybody want,
If I start a sentence, he can
absolutely, finish it.
finish it. God is good.
All the time, and all the time?
God is good.
See?
I thought you were gonna say amen. We're gonna have to have a conversation. All right, so going forward again, like, first of all, y'all, we've seen y'all tour the entire campus, and the thing about it is, you don't expect you to remember half the stuff that everyone's been saying to y'all. Y'all been smiling, y'all been doing all of this and that, and we don't really care. What we really care about is that you remember who we are and where to come to, right? Because the thing is that the person you are at this particular moment is not the person you're going to be at the end of graduation, right? And that means we've done our jobs, right? You don't need to know all information, but you need to know where to go to, and the fact that you need to take a chance of being different on yourselves. Y'all with me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I'm with. All right, so building meaningful connections and that lasts. Everything's a networking opportunity. First thing when you walked in, you got a t-shirt, and then you had a resource fair. The people on those resource fairs you found out are still the same people here about to do presentations for you all, are the same ones. Some of y'all spoke to me earlier. Beyonce in the choir, we spoke earlier. You have a Chick-fil-A sandwich on me today. Not today, sometime this semester. I hope you remember. I'm going to forget. But I say that to say it's important because we're the ones actually in charge of our entire areas. We're the same ones that you're like, hey, Jay, Marcel, hey, Leslie, hey, JC, I'm looking for a work study position on campus. We're the ones who's going to hire you. We pay $21.06 for a work study, and you make 19.5 hours. That means you leave each month 22. I'm so sorry.
2206.
Yeah, you're basically getting it right now.
That means you leave each month about $1,700 just being a work study for trying something out. Am I making sense? The people in your classroom, the people you see here will be the same people who have a recommendation letter for you, and that's why it matters, right? Let's make it make sense and make the connections now. Y'all with me?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Oh, I will give you shirt. Did you work for us? Okay. All right. Next page, please. Thank you. All right. Culture is shaping your experience and your future. Marcel?
Yeah, so with this, why it matters is because you're kind of gaining diverse perspectives that kind of make you better in communication, as well as being a problem solver and a global citizen, right? As you get older, being a problem solver is going to come in handy, right? In anything and everything you do. During my 8 years in the military, being a problem solver was something that I had to do. It wasn't something that I wanted to do, I had to do. But now I'm older, I have a child, and so being a problem solver is something that you're going to have to learn how to do, right? And so it helps you, like you say, shape your experience as well as your future.
And with that being said, one thing that like Marcel mentioned earlier, that he's coordinating for our SLI, which is our Student Leadership Institute. Literally on this stage, you have 2 different brothers talking 2 different type of ways. Bartel's a little bit more reserved, kind of asking the question, sticking to the script a little bit. I don't care about the script, that is background information for me. But in between us 2, there's a different way you choose to communicate. You may not be the loudest in the room, but you might be the one person like, hey, this is actually what I'm good at. I'm the one that all my friends come to about drama, or they need a consoling person. You might be the smart one in the group, right? How do we take advantage of the thing that you are learning? So one of the things that we talk about is our Student Leadership Institute, in which you can actually be part of that for free and get to send you places.
Absolutely, for free. Right, so how students found their path through CCC, right? So you can see these pictures. We have pictures from the Fall Leadership Conference that happens every year. So I'm going to give you a save the date right now. November 14th, 2025 is our next fall leadership conference, right? And then you look to your right, my left, where we have students go out and do community service, right? And they get those community service hours and put those hours on their resume, right?
If you didn't know, this is some of the same students are in both pictures, and these are some students that the first time we met them, like ourselves, we never at our alternative spring break, where we took students to, was it San Antonio?
Yep.
We took San Antonio for free, we paid for the lodging and everything, parents, y'all got the house for yourselves for free for like a week. You're welcome. And then that same student that just took a chance, like, hey, I didn't want to be on for spring break, and I didn't have a job, I didn't want to work, they went on a trip for free, and now they're the ones to lead in the same leadership institute. These are the same students that are about to graduate and just graduated, in which like they're leaving with scholarships and recommendation letters for us. Like literally, there are different styles to go about it. Okay, the next big thing I'm going to fast forward through this a little bit is learning domains. Everything we're doing is going to be trained to your learning, right? So different things, for example, I'm over the fitness center on this campus and connected to the rest of the other campuses. Anything that happens in the fitness center is holistic learning. You can't worry about what your math tests do if you don't feel well, if you never ate, or don't have that thing. So a lot of my programs might focus on holistic wellness. So next thing you know, we have restorative innovation, right? So some of your classes or some of the events outside the classroom will do that. Our job is to make sure that the programs that we put on for you connect to what you're learning in classrooms. So during November, if you didn't know, we have Cultural Heritage Month. You know, it's that Native American Heritage Month. You're like, hey, we just learned about Choctaw and Chickasaw. I don't know the difference. Well, we're going to Oklahoma for free, right? And now we're actually going to Choctaw Nation, and we're going to Choctaw Cultural Center and things of that nature, right? So the whole purpose again is about connecting what you learned inside of the classroom outside with our learning domains area. Next up. All right. Speak English. All right. So cultural center, we have our intercultural engagement area. If you remember on the tour, y'all saw that gold thing in the middle C that just looked like a block. There actually it's a portal in which actually students are in there right now listening and talking to students in a different country and also people in a different area, right? So ICSE, their job is to do a lot of cultural immersion trips, things from like we talked about Oklahoma earlier, talked about a little bit about our go to Arboretum, but just things you've never been before. Someone talked about they wanted to learn Japanese. Sometimes we might take trips to what is that anime place? Funimation or something in Dallas. We'll actually take you there to see if that's something you're interested in. The whole purpose is, again, during the months, we do celebrate different months of culture in which you might identify with, or you might be interested in. So again, in fall semester, October September we have Hispanic Latinx Heritage Month. October we have LGBTQ plus Heritage Month. November we have Native American History Month. February we have Black History Month. Women's History Month is in March. Then we have Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So the whole purpose is, again, during this time while you're here, you're not going to be a parking lot, classroom, parking lot. We want you to take advantage of what's here. Y'all with me? Okay, cool. Might need to bribe y'all some more. Y'all tired? All right, next up.
All right, so leadership and advocacy. So what kind of legacy do you want to build? These are questions that you need to ask yourself on a day-to-day basis, right? How will you find your voice? All right? And then how confident are you in your leadership abilities? And that is something that we do within the Student Leadership Institute. It makes sure that when you leave Dallas College, you're able to answer all three of those questions when an employer asks you, right? Without a hiccup, right? Right? And so these are our three programs within the Office of Student Life Engagement, right? So you have SPACE, which is a student program in campus engagement. Leslie is your advisor for that. So anything that goes on campus during the Week of Welcome, Spring Fest, Fall Fest, Refresh Fest, Stress Busters, all of that is done through her, right? Her and her team are putting that on at this campus for you all. Those are free events that are for you all day long, all right? And then we have leadership retreats, and then we have conferences, right? And then, like I spoke about, the Student Leadership Institute, which I can dive into a little more. Anything dealing with the programs that we have going on, please come out B1100 to give a deeper dive into what those programs are and what benefits they have for you, all right? And then the last one we have is the Student Government Association and the RSO, right? Even with the registered student organizations, we have a list of about 17 to 20 active clubs on campus, right? And if you look on that list and you don't see a club that you're interested in, you can create your own club. I'll repeat that again. You can create your own club. All you need is 6 individuals that have the same goal, same mission as you, and a staff or faculty advisor to create your own club. All right? Any questions? No? You got anything, JC?
No, we're ready for lunch.
Yeah.
So, kind of move it along a little bit.
Like I said, club orgs are an honor society which kind of builds connections, develops skills. So please get involved. If you go to the next slide, we can see some examples of the different club orgs and honor societies, right? A lot of honor societies are going to reach out to you based on your GPA, based on what you do within your first couple semesters here at Dallas College.
Yeah, that first semester for someone that do an honor society earlier, again, you have to maintain 3.5 GPA, and then afterwards you reach out to you. From there, your job is to maintain a 3.0 GPA, and when you transfer out, you can transfer with honors and stuff like that. We have also like our student have Delta, our honor society, and again, some of the stuff we have on this campus, we have up to 4 years. And again, the whole purpose is that you find your group, your niche of people that you want to do things with. Y'all with me?
All right, and athletics, I'm going to go ahead.
All right, so on our campus, even though we're 7 different campuses, 6 of our campuses actually have collegiate sports. On this campus, we have our national winning volleyball team. We have won 7 of the last 10 national championships. We have men's basketball, we have women's soccer, and men's baseball. We're also in the process of adding 2 additional sports to this campus, which include women's basketball, and I think it's going to be men's soccer as well, right? So we do have national games to get in there for free. So not like high school when you have to go and pay to be in the stand. It never makes sense to us. We don't do that here. And those guys don't have the time for that. We also do intramural sports. So that means we're able to be competitive on the side of that aspect. Okay, so I'm about being competitive. The fitness centers, you have students get access to fitness centers for free. Not just on this campus or all 7 campuses. All you need is your student ID, which you get from us again. And you get full access for it. On this campus, we stay open at 7 p.m. at night. So 7 p.m. in the morning, 7 p.m. at night in the fall and spring semester. And you have the ability to use it. Y'all saw the pool out there as well. Y'all saw the track out there. And come fall, at the end of it, we have our homecoming. In which what will happen is we have student versus staff games. We have student versus staff basketball game in the fall, and in the spring we have student versus staff.
Staff one. I just want to put that out there. Staff
Just so
one.
y'all know,
We win.
we've been winning
Yes.
5 years in a row.
In a row.
So if you feel some type of way, come see us about it. But it's okay. But again, the whole purpose is that you don't have to be gym rat, but we have these experiences for you that we want you to enjoy. So when you transfer out, or whatever the case is, it's not the first time you're being exposed to bigger and better things. Okay.
All right, now we're going to call up KC from Bell Achievement Program and Miss Kara from our Hand in Hand, formerly known as Foster Care. I give them a round of applause.
Thank y'all so much. I'm glad to see y'all here.